So if you were looking for a clear example of big back activities, then congratulations, because your search has come to an end.
Police say they are now investigating this wild video. It's been seen all over social media. It shows Chipotle employees trying to stop a customer who comes behind the counter to make her own food. It all happened on December 21st at the Chipotle on 30th Street in Northeast. Once it's almost done, an employee tries to take the bowl.
I'm not gonna lie, this is
She
embarrassing
hits
too.
him. Police say she got another full bowl before leaving. At this time, no charges have been filed.
That is wild.
Oh man. I'll tell you what, I almost promise you that when that brother signed into work that day, he had no idea that he would be getting smacked in the face with a fully stocked burrito bowl. And I'm pretty sure he is multiple levels of heated after this incident, especially watching it go viral. But I have some more thoughts about the whole thing in general, but I just want to give y'all a little more context before we go in on that. So let's take a look at this one.
Tonight, the woman seen in this viral video.
By the way, it looks bad every single time you watch it. So let's keep going.
Tells WUSC 9 she's somewhat remorseful.
I'm not saying what I did was right, and I'm not saying what I did was wrong, but I feel like I wasn't wrong. I wasn't wrong to a certain extent.
Real quick, I just want to make it very clear. You are absolutely wrong if you go behind the counter to make your own food because you didn't get enough. It's not that you didn't get your meal. It's not that you didn't get your order. It's that they didn't put enough food in your order. Perfect example and clear example of big back behavior.
On Saturday, she was involved in this incident at a Chipotle in Northeast DC. But she says there's more to the story and video. She claims her Chipotle order from Uber Eats was missing chicken and condiments. She says she walked to the store and asked for a refund. Employees explained refunds are issued by Uber. She then asked them to remake her bowl instead, and they refused, claiming her ticket did not say double meat. She claims they took her original order and refused to give it back. That's when she went behind the counter to make her own burrito bowls. She claims she was assaulted first by the male employees.
I understand you cannot go behind the counter, but once my food was taken, it was like you're taking my property. If somebody snatches your phone or takes something that belongs to you, you have all right to charge, not like hit them or assault them, but you have all right to chase them down to get your belongings.
Nah. Get this chick all the way the F out of here. Honestly, that is probably the most ridiculous thing I've heard. So now, guys, we have more context, right? We understand what happened here. We have a perfect example of you place an order on Uber Eats and they get one or two things wrong. It's not that serious. You make a claim on Uber or DoorDash or whatever. They normally give you your money back, either for the whole order or the partial amount back for that additional add-on you tried to add on to your meal. But to go to the store and to fight the people at the venue because you didn't get extra meat on your order, you should be ashamed of yourself. And in fact, it's quite embarrassing because I'm not going to say I had an idea how she looked before I saw the story. I'm not going to do that, okay? Because that's shaming. I'm not shaming here. What I am saying is that someone who would do that might look a certain way because someone who would do that participates often in big back activities. So let's get it clear now what we mean when we say big back activities, okay? In case you guys don't understand. When we say someone is participating in big back activities, what we're not doing is shaming anyone for being overweight. We're not shaming anyone for being overweight, but exercising good habits, trying to eat better, drinking water, trying to exercise, and just not being ridiculous in a place with food. Doing big back activities is basically you feeding into the stereotype of what people would have about a person who is overweight. And if you show up to a store and you go behind the counter to make your own meal because at the end of the day, you are upset about probably like $2 worth of chicken, you should be embarrassed. Okay, there's zero excuse for what we watched here, guys. There's a little bit more of the video. I'm gonna let it play so we can hear what she has to say, but I promise you it's not gonna change the fact that this girl should be embarrassed and ashamed of herself. So let's keep it going. We'll get back into the video just for a second.
Roberto Hernandez, the employee seen smacked in the face, told WUSA 9 on Monday he was traumatized by the incident.
I was mad, upset, but to me, I'm a man. I can't hit a female. So I walked away.
Chipotle telling WUSA 9, we do not condone guests who mistreat our team members. We are working cooperatively with local law enforcement and hope justice will be served. The woman claims there is more to the video and urges Chipotle to release the surveillance footage. She believes managers should have just remade her order with extra condiments for the inconvenience.
I do apologize. I feel very bad that it had to end that way and that he got assaulted. But again, it was only men that came and assaulted me. 2 men put their hands on me. The woman put their hands on me too. But when I made my food, I was assaulted by one crew member.
The woman tells me she did not get a refund from Uber Eats, but she did walk away with one of those Chipotle bowls that...
I think that last part there is a bit hilarious about how she probably didn't even get that refund from Uber. And I'll tell you what, she doesn't even need it. She wound up walking out with one of the bowls that she made after fighting people in Chipotle. So she's good. She don't need that refund. What she said at the end that like really grinded my gears was that whole, I'm sorry it had to go that way. And I wish that no one had to get assaulted. Like she wasn't the one doing the assaulting. Like she wasn't the one who walked behind the counter to fight Chipotle employees and make her own meal. Kind of ridiculous. That lack of self-awareness really upsets me at times. I don't know if a story like this makes that much sense to go further down the legal route beyond, she's ridiculous, she needs to get banned from like Chipotle. Again, she did assault someone on camera. We'll see how that goes legally. I'm pretty sure the employee who got smacked in the face with the burrito bowl is upset and probably wants to press charges. And so we'll see. And I want to mention one thing about the employee who got hit at the end with the burrito bowl there. I understand how you feel. You have a sense of pride. You're at work. This is you and your employees and their space while you guys are trying your best to just get through the workday, serve the customers, and move on. And there's someone back here disrespecting you and everybody, right? The people on the line are your coworkers, and you feel a way about it. But, and this is very important, I think you also sometimes need to keep things in context. At the point in which you saw this lady there, I don't know if it made sense trying to fight her. Like, I get it on one hand, she is not handling the food properly, right? She's probably ruining that entire batch of food that you are preparing for the customers beyond her. She's probably giving you guys a lot of extra work. But also, I think sometimes you need to focus more on de-escalation. Probably if you let this dumb girl make her food and be on her way, you might have been able to have this thing wrapped up in a few short minutes, along with the cops outside the spare. And then by the time she was done, because she ain't gonna run, told you I'm not going to shame, but just you guess why she probably wouldn't run. I'm just going to say that. They would have been able to catch up to her. And you guys would have been able to do what was necessary to prepare the meals for the next customers. And look, I get it. You feel disrespected. You want to do something, but sometimes you got to just be the bigger person. I wouldn't go out there fighting for a big corporation like Chipotle. They're going to be fine. I understand your job is probably made worse for the day, but de-escalate. Don't put yourself in harm's way. As that worker mentioned, he was in an impossible position. He's a guy. He's not trying to hit a lady. But by trying to snatch it from her hand, I mean, what did you think was going to happen? If she was bold enough to walk beyond there and not care what y'all was doing in the first place, then she was bold enough to smack you with the burrito bowl as well. So next time, learn that lesson, and I think you'll be fine. And I guess final thoughts on that lady. You're ridiculous. Honestly, you need to chill with the big back behavior, and you need to think about your life. If you find yourself going viral because of a $2 mishap on Uber Eats, you got a lot to be embarrassed about, and you got a lot in your life that you need to fix. So, guys, that's my perspective. What's yours? Let me know in the comments down below. Like the video if you haven't already, and subscribe, as I got much more content like this on the way. So until next time, YouTube, peace.